we'll have enough time. Okay. What do you say?
यस सर. सर इवन जो जैसे बीच में टॉपिक कई बार छूट जाते हैं तो वो भी हम मतलब बाद में रिवाइज कर सकते हैं.
नहीं, रिवाइजिंग के लिए बहुत, देखो जुलाई अगस्त में होना चाहिए मेरे ख्याल से. ये लोग जल्दी कर देते हैं बिकॉज मार्च अप्रैल में एग्जामिनेशन होते हैं बच्चों के. अगर अगस्त में करें तो दैट विल बी मच टाइम, है ना. एक बार ही करें साल में, लेकिन अच्छे से करें. 2 बार करके वो बड़ा गड़बड़ हो जाता है.
सर योर वॉइस इज नॉट क्लियर.
Okay, is it clear to you? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Now it's better, sir.
So that's why I have two internet. So yesterday we have discussed about the intracellular transport, paracellular transport, and transcellular transport. Okay. So then we were discussing about so many things. How the protein sorting starts, है ना? So there is a very important signals, है ना, polyribosome, because protein synthesis is going on. So there may be two type of protein synthesis: cytosolic, mitochondrial nuclear peroxisome cytosolic. This is very important. Why this is very important? So this is comes under category of post-translational translocation. What does it means? It means, simply means post-translational translocation means even though most protein are co-translationally translocated, some are even translated in the cytosol and later transported to their destination. This is very important line. So mark that point, note that point. This is these mitochondria, chloroplast and in the peroxisome. This is a different kind of translocation, and this is called as the post-translation, मतलब 50-50 part is there. So that's what does it means that when the translation is going on, some portion is transported, but is still most of the portion translated in cytosol and later then transported. After the completion of this translation, then they are transported to the destination. This here is has asked so many questions about this post, because this is not understood by everyone, right? So this is very important. So I have this slide so that you can go through what does it means, because we are going to study the molecular detail. Mitochondria, chloroplast, peroxisome. मेरी वॉइस में थोड़ा सा मॉड्यूलेशन होगा, तो बिकॉज कोरोना टाइम चल रहा है तो कुछ पता नहीं है ना. कोरोना तो नहीं हुआ बट वॉइस थोड़ी खराब हो गई है. तो आई थिंक को ट्रांसलेशन targeting and post translation targeting, you can see we can classify this, right? So who's gone? Akshika? Oh, Akshika is there, Afrin. So what? Yes, please.
सर एक्चुअली कल आपसे जो पूछा था ना और उसके साथ, तो को बताया था उसने एक बार ही लिया था कल रात को, और तब से उसे बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट अच्छा मिला है.
क्या लिया था आपने? मैं तो भूल ही गया था.
सर वो गिलोय और आंवला का जूस आप बताए थे.
हाँ, ये तो बहुत इफेक्टिव है. मैंने तो ऑर्डर दिया ना, ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर दिया.
तो सर मतलब उसने सिर्फ
मम्मा बात परेशान हो रही हो.
बोलो क्या बोल रहे हो?
तो सर मतलब पॉजिटिव थी तो वो कल रात को ही ली सिर्फ, तो फीवर वगैरह सब ठीक है, थोड़ा मतलब बेटर भी फील कर रही है, वरना बहुत ज्यादा वीकनेस था.
और उसको बोलो प्याज ज्यादा से ज्यादा खाए, वो नहीं है.
यस सर.
चलो, so thank you so much for updating me, and we are studying the targeting pathway. Yesterday we were discussing that. Who was the scientist? 1970 Blobel was there, है ना, who conducted this experiment over the translocation of protein across the membrane and got the Nobel Prize in 1999. That was very important observation because he discovered signal hypothesis. He discovered so many signals. He discovered their postal code. और मैंने छोटी छोटी जानकारी निकाली है. Signal sequence is not alone. After the signal sequence, there is some hydrophobic sequences also, and some sort of positive amino acids are there. Charged amino acid sequencing, not positive. So we can classify the targeting into two pathways. That is post-translational. Classification is very essential, because if you understand the classification well, then you are not going to confuse between the classification. Mostly students are making the mistakes because they are mixing the and they don't know the exact classification. The classification is important. Secretory pathways are different, and this is under the co-translational targeting. Remember this. What is co-translational targeting? Secretory pathway. And post-translational targeting, very, very important. It's a part of nucleus, mitochondria, chloroplast, and peroxisome. So there are 4 such, you can say, vital, very important organelle. Why? Nucleus is very important. Mitochondria, powerhouse, right? And chloroplast related to photosynthesis. Peroxisome, it's a kind of detoxification, right? So what I mean to say, you must know the classification. This is also 5. ER, Golgi body, lysosome, plasma membrane, and secreted protein. So secreted protein से हमें लगता है कि this is secretory pathway, but no, not like this. Lysosome is also secreted outside, so secretory pathway. And Golgi ER constantly showing the anterograde and retrograde pathway. आफरीन आई रही, आफरीन को मैसेज कर दो. What happened? Anterograde and retrograde. ठीक है, तो ये बताऊंगा आपको. ER और गोल्गी बॉडी के बीच में ये कम्युनिकेशन है. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ER एंड गोल्गी बॉडीज होता क्या है जनरली? ER2, this is the normal route. Getting my point? This is the normal route, ER2 Golgi body. But what is happening exactly? Sometimes there is a opposite pathway. Okay, what is the opposite pathway? Means Golgi to ER, Golgi to ER. Okay, Golgi to ER. So this is called as the retrograde. Golgi to मतलब अगर कोई चीज उल्टी होती है, रिवर्स में होती है, तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Retrograde. The pathway में classification terminology is very important, and also what we can say, this classification is very important. With what does it means? This means that post-translational related to nucleus and mitochondria, chloroplast, and peroxisome. Okay. And what does it means? What does it mean by the post-translational? Means some portion. You can see this is mentioned here also. Beautifully mentioned here. You can see the post-translational cytoplasm, then nucleus, then mitochondria, chloroplast, right? So what does it mean? Means translational. After the translation, some portion remains in the cytoplasm, and then after transportation or transportation occurs, or targeting occurs, right? So that's why this is called as the post-translational. It's not difficult, very easy to understand. The classification I have cleared you. Terminology you should know. Even the most of the protein are translated, but this is exceptional that some are translated in the cytosol. So if they are translated in the cytosol, then they will be called as and later they are transported to destination. And these exceptions are related to mitochondria, chloroplast, and peroxisome. So co-translational, if you are talking, what does it mean? Synthesized protein are transferred to, जैसे कि कल डिस्कस किया था, study we had discussed about the how the SRP receptor are there, है ना, translocanes are there. Okay, so synthesized protein is transferred to an SRP receptor on the ER, a membrane enclosed organelle. There the nascent protein is inserted into the translocation complex. Okay, so synthesized protein is transferred to an SRP receptor on the endoplasmic reticulum, a membrane enclosed organelle. There the nascent protein is inserted into the translocation complex. So protein synthesis is going on here. You can see in the bound ribosome, and via the SRP receptor, these interactions, they are targeted to the different locations, right? So this mechanism is occurring over the endoplasmic reticulum inside the air lumens. Okay, so this is the procedure of co-translation. Means when the translation is not completed, it is still going on. Then some these proteins are binding over the SRP receptor, SRP proteins. Okay, and then signal, because signal is recognized over the SRP. Yesterday we have discussed it all. So that was the pathway of co-translational translocation. Okay, so about the signal we have discussed yesterday, right? What is the role of signal? Can you tell me? Signal guide them to correct position, where they should go, inside or outside. Every information is decoded inside the signals. Okay, so in the absence of targeting signal, a protein will remain in the cytoplasm. This is important. If you are removing signal, then what will happen? So without signal, this is very important point, please note down. In the absence of signal, protein will remain in the cytoplasm. कहाँ पे रहेगा? The protein will remain in the cytoplasm. ठीक है? This is very, very important. है ना? In the absence of targeting signal, protein will remain in the cytoplasm. So continuous stage of amino acid residue in the chain that enable targeting are called the signal peptide, and they are also called as the targeting peptide, and they are removed by the signal peptidase. Study we have seen. Clear? इतना तक clear है? Discuss me every point, है ना? If this is clear or not. So there are two types of targeting peptide: pre-sequences and internal targeting peptide. What we can classify signal into the two part. Okay. Hello, बच्चों, yes or no? Akshika. Pre-sequences, internal targeting peptide.
Yes, sir.
नोट करो बेटा, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि बाद में लिखे रहोगे ना तो वो बड़ी क्लियर होती है चीजें.
Was writing it down, sir.
Writing is
yes,
must, because if you are not writing, after half an hour everything will vanish. Okay, so even I am writing. You can see my diary. I have opened. If something is important, immediately I am going to write it. Okay, so this is a very important habit. So I'm making the notes. Notes making is very effective. Always you are ready to attack. So in the absence of targeting, very first point, protein will remain in the cytoplasm. Second, there are two type of targeted peptide: internal targeted peptide. That is called as the pre-sequence and internal targeting peptide. Okay, so this is the two important point from this slide. And the next, what are the pre-sequences? Pre-sequences means the pre-sequence of targeting peptide are often found at N-terminal. We have discussed this, and preceding this there is a basic or hydrophobic amino acid. And what is the important? N-terminal and C-terminal, right? Because you will see in the mitochondria, in the chloroplast, there is N-terminal, while in the peroxisome the targeting sequence is on C-terminal. This is not over the N-terminal. कहाँ पे होता है? This is located over C-terminal. Clear? This is located over C-terminal. This is important. Third important point. तो important point जब भी बोलता हूँ note करो, है ना? Because they are not going to ask you. They are going to ask you the details. And signal sequences. Signal sequences are removed from the finished protein by specialized enzyme. What is the name of enzyme?
Peptidase, sir.
Signal peptidase. Complete name is there. Signal peptidase. Not peptidase. So sometime they can ask you. They can give you the different languages, but you should be sure that this is a specialized signal peptidase, because this is playing a very important role in the sorting process. Once the sorting process completed, signal peptidase removing those signal sequences. And there is the next question: signal sequences are digested completely or they are recycled? Tell me. They are digested completely or they are recycled? Chalo, batao. They are recycled or they are. So these are the signal sequences. I have told you also. Import into. There are different kind of signal. Exit signal, import signal or entry signal, right? Return signal. So import, mostly the term import have been used. Import into nucleus. This is lysine arginine rich. Export from nucleus means retrograde, anterograde, retrograde. So export from nucleus, then these are the different sequences: lysine, alanine, lysine, lysine. Long, I have told you, there will be long signal sequences in the mitochondria and chloroplast, plastic, right? And important to the peroxisome, because this is the C terminal, this should be very short. So if you don't remember exactly the shortest sequence, you can choose. They can give you the various option.
Signal sequences.
Which option will be fit for peroxisome? The shortest signal will be, because this is only exception, they are occurring the C terminal. Everyone is N terminal. All these are related to the N terminal. Okay. So, but this is the C terminal. So that is very important. Okay. So next. So type of targeted signal sequences, again you can see peroxisome have the C terminal, right? Peroxisome have the C terminal, usually serine, lysine, leucine at extreme carbon terminals. Exception always you have to remember. Endoplasmic reticulum, N terminal. Mitochondrial, N terminal. Chloroplast, N terminal. Nucleus, this is not N terminal nor C terminal. What is this? This is the internal, not N terminal, not C terminal, they remains in the in between. And where signal sequences are removed, in peroxisome, is it removed? This is doubtful. Peroxisome, this is doubtful. What you can say, this in peroxisome, this is doubtful. But endoplasmic reticulum, signal is removed, yes. Right? Okay. And mitochondria, signal removed, yes. Chloroplast, this is removed, yes. In the nucleus and peroxisome, this is quite doubtful. So now we understand that there are three kind of transport. We have discussed yesterday also with the different name, and now very clear, you should be very clear about this transport mechanism. That is, one is the gated transport via nuclear pore in the nucleus, in the transmembrane transport, mitochondria, peroxisome, vesicular transport, ER. Okay. Vesicular transport, ER. So always vesicular transport, ER. Transmembrane transport, this is very, very important, mitochondria and peroxisome. Yesterday I have shown you this picture. You can see it's a very clear picture. Cytosol to peroxisome, cytosol to plastid, cytosol to endoplasmic reticulum, cytosol to mitochondria, but cytosol to nucleus, this is dual pathway. Okay. And now you can see secretory vesicle, Golgi से निकल रहा है secretory vesicle, Golgi deriving the secretory vesicle, and then early endosome to late endosome, two-way pathway, and retrograde and anterograde. I will discuss it shortly. ठीक है, इतना clear है? What are the different what are the different classification of this protein movement? So there are three. First one is gated, second one is transmembrane, third one is vesicular. First one is gated, second one is transmembrane, third one is vesicular. What do you mean by the gated transport? Gated transport means when the protein is trafficking between the cytosol and nucleus. Protein trafficking between the cytosol and nucleus via nuclear pore. Protein लिख रहे हो ना? Protein trafficking between cytosol, ये देखो लिखा है ना, cytosol to nucleus. Cytosol to, ऐसे एरो बना के नोट्स बनाओ, न्यूक्लियस, एंड बीच में क्या है, देयर इज ए न्यूक्लियर पोर. So by nuclear pore, the protein is transported from cytosol to nucleus. This is called as the gated transport. क्या बोलते हैं? Gated transport. So these are the selective transport mechanism, selective gate mechanism, right? Is this clear? So next one is yes. Next one is, thank you, transmembrane transport, which is very, very tough, very, very important. So many things are there. So what we can
Sir, can you move to the previous slide for a minute?
Traffic between cytosol and nucleus occur between topolus. हाँ ठीक है, ये हो गया. Yes. So transmembrane protein, why this is important? I am saying membrane bound protein translocators are there. Membrane bound protein translocators are there, and they are asking about this. What are the different kind of membrane bound protein translocators, and that is helping the direct transport of. तो ये पूछ सकते हैं कि which transport mechanism is there that is directly involved in the transport of specific protein across membrane from cytosol into a space that is distinct. Okay, that is distinct. So these are transported protein molecule usually unfold, and they are moving snake-like via translocator. That is important. We will discuss shortly what kind of translocator is there, how they are moving, what are the name, molecular mechanism, what is the molecular mechanism that exists. So initial transport of selected protein into the cytosol, into the ER lumen, or from the cytosol into mitochondria. तो आपको बताया था, this is a kind of specific transport mechanism, what is called as post translational
translocation.
Post translational translocation. Why? That's why cytosol to ER lumen and cytosol to mitochondria. Okay, so via cytosol में सारे प्रोटीन आ रहे हैं. So this is whatever the membrane is there, via the membrane bound translocators, the protein is moving first into the cytosol, and then from the cytosol to the membrane, right? To the membrane, it may be mitochondrial membrane, or they move to the ER lumen, cytosol into ER lumen, or from the cytosol into mitochondria. Okay, so this was one point. I think this is clear to you. So gated transport अभी नहीं discuss करेंगे. We will discuss the this transmembrane transport. So what is the example of post-translational transport? Now classification is ready, so you can easily tell. You can easily. This is related to the mitochondria.
Chloroplast, peroxisome nucleus.
Chloroplast. So these two are having the common mechanism. That's why we are not discussing the peroxisome. Why? Because peroxisome signal is different. This is the C terminal. Signal is present where? At the C terminal. In both cases, what is the common? Both N terminal signal are there. Okay. So another common feature is there, both mitochondria and chloroplasts, they are the double membrane enclosed organelle. They are the double membrane organelle. Right? And this is involved in the mitochondria, involved in the ATP, using the electron transport chain, and also they are involved in oxidative phosphorylation, and while chloroplast is involved in the photosynthesis. And another distinct feature, same feature, is they have their own DNA. They have their own DNA. So that is also own DNA and ribosome. So this is also helping them because they have their own ribosome, they can synthesize their own protein. So their growth depends mainly on the import. Their total growth depends on the import. Import of what? The protein they are synthesizing by their own ribosome. So a lot of ribosome is there. The ribosome function is to synthesize protein, and all the protein remains where in the cytosol. All the proteins remain in the cytosol. Now only import is required. ठीक है, तो import करेंगे cytosol to everywhere. Cytosol to बताया था, tell me, cytosol to mitochondria or cytosol to endoplasmic reticulum lumen. These are the two places where they can move their synthesized protein, and from where, what is the location of protein? Cytosol. Why they are remains in the cytosol? Because they have their own ribosome, they have their own DNA. तो सारा घर के अंदर है. Getting my point? Everything is available in the home, inside home. So you have not to go outside. Getting? है ना? So if everything is available at home, why you should go to the market? So very similar to that. What is the common to both mitochondria and chloroplast? They have their own DNA and ribosome. So they are all synthesizing their own protein, and they remain in the cytosol. That's why the only import is required. It's a clear? Any doubt? So now you can see transport of protein into mitochondria and chloroplast. So this is the you should be aware of what is the matrix. This is the matrix space, and this is the intermembrane space. The term will be frequently used. They are moving to the matrix, they are moving to the intermembrane space, they are moving to the inner membrane, they are moving to the outer membrane. So you must know by the diagram where is the matrix, where is the intermembrane space, and where is the inner membrane. Now, translocator, various names are there. Very popular name, I think you know it well. Translocators are those proteins which are through which the protein is moving or imported. So you can see protein translocation across mitochondrial. So mitochondrial, note down, mitochondrial translocator name is, what is the name? TIM 23, TIM 22, OXA. These are the very specific names. You cannot see this name anywhere. TIM 23, TIM 22, OXA. याद हो गया? So they are going to form the TOM complex. Okay, TOM complex. So TOM transports mitochondrial precursor protein, nucleus encoded mitochondrial protein. Sometimes nucleus is there. In the eukaryotes, they are also synthesizing some mitochondrial protein, because every protein is not synthesized by the ribosome of the mitochondria. So they have to depend on the external transport. So external transport means from the nucleus. Whatever the mitochondrial protein has been synthesized inside the nucleus, this should also be transported via the TOM transporter. Clear? And what is the role of TIM 23? Where is this? This is occurring matrix space. मैंने कहा था ना कि नाम, so no exact location. Okay. So what I'm telling, this is the TIM23 protein into the matrix space. Where is the matrix space? This is. And this is the outer mitochondrial membrane. अभी structure देखो ध्यान से. Outer mitochondrial membrane and then inner mitochondrial membrane and then matrix. ये clear हुआ? This is clear or not? So there are हाँ TIM complex. ध्यान से देखो. क्लास इसीलिए लाइव डेली अटेंड करना है बेटा, मिस नहीं करना है. TOM complex and then TIM complex. Okay, TOM complex, TIM complex. TIM complex, what is the location? Into the matrix space. This is the matrix space. Okay, and TOM located where? Outer mitochondrial membrane. Outer mitochondrial membrane. ठीक है? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is a this is a receptor and this is translocation channel. Okay. Inner mitochondrial membrane, TIM23 complex, outer mitochondrial membrane. Oh my God. चलो TIM23 into the याद कर लो कहाँ पे होता है. TOM remain in the outer mitochondrial membrane and in mitochondrial space, mitochondrial matrix space, TIM23 protein is there and TIM22 is also there, right? You can see this is the TIM23 complex and this is TIM22 complex, OXA complex. तो तीन तो अंदर है. तीन कहाँ पे है? This is into the matrix space attached to the inner mitochondrial membrane. And what is the feature of TIM23? You can see some portion is also attached to the outer mitochondrial membrane. जबकि और कोई भी टच नहीं कर रहा है. So means everyone has a different function. OXA has a different function, TIM22 different function, and TIM23 is only collecting channel from outer to inner. तो अगर किसी को जाना पड़ेगा तो they will avoid, they want to avoid intermembrane space, तो directly they can move from this channel via this space. इसके अंदर कहाँ जाएंगे? Directly they can move into the matrix space. और मान लो कोई चीज पड़ी हुई है यहाँ पे मैट्रिक्स स्पेस में, they can move via TIM22, they can move via OXA. और किसी को अगर आना है इंटरमेम्ब्रेन स्पेस में, then only they can utilize this TIM complex. लेकिन ऐसा होता नहीं है. This is totally avoided. कोई भी प्रोटीन will not come into the intermembrane space. This is totally avoided. Directly they will not come. Why? Because this TOM complex and this TIM23 complex ये इधर आ जाएगा, सट जाएगा इससे, है ना? जैसे सट जाएगा तो प्रोटीन तो इनिशियली यहाँ पे आएगा एंड देन यहाँ पे इस पाइप के थ्रू आ जाएगा अंदर. ये समझना इंपॉर्टेंट. TIM22 mediate the insertion of subclass of inner membrane protein including the carrier protein. नोट कर लो क्योंकि देखो मेरा लोगो है ना, वो टीच इन शॉर्ट. I will tell you the detail later on, but first your concept should be very very clear. आपके माइंड में एक पूरी पिक्चर आ जाए. Then we can go through the detailed picture. So my first practice should be to make a clear cut concept in your mind. So what is the TIM? Outer membrane. TIM23 touching the outer and inner. So obviously this is clear. Both will come and form a channel, a specific channel, and via this from external. External कहाँ से? जो nucleus encoded mitochondrial protein है. Then only they can move. क्योंकि ज़्यादातर तो साइटोसोल में है. तो साइटोसोल means matrix space में ज़्यादातर प्रोटीन. तो they will utilize TIM22 complex and OXA complex mostly. ठीक है ना? बाहर तो भेजना नहीं है. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया से बाहर जाने का सवाल ही नहीं. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के अंदर आने की बात है. अंदर आने के लिए they can utilize the TOM complex and TIM23. ऐसा सीक्वेंस पूछा सकते. So now write down the function. OXA mediate the insertion of, note करो, OXA mediate insertion of inner mitochondrial protein. Inner membrane protein. TIM22 insertion of inner membrane protein including carrier protein that transport
ADP and phosphate.
ATP phosphate. इनको ट्रांसपोर्ट करने के लिए बस यही TIM22 है. इसको ATP एंड P ऐसे डायग्राम में भी बना के अपने डायग्राम में कॉपी में लिखो. नोट डाउन दिस फैक्ट. TIM20T इसके ऊपर सर्किट बना के लिखो ATP, ADP and P. So if you are writing in the sentence, you will forget. If you are making the flow chart, so TIM23, what is the function? Into लिखा है, means no outside, always into matrix space, always into matrix space. Now this is clear. TOM for external transport, nucleus से जो प्रोटीन आ रही है, nucleus protein will be imported, right? Clear? And what is the function of TIM23? Whatever the protein are there, they will be directed toward the matrix space. TIM22 function, ATP, ADP, phosphate, OXA का नहीं लिखा, inner membrane protein. This is inner mitochondrial membrane, and if this membrane requires certain protein, they will move via OXA. है ना? OXA. They will move via OXA. ठीक है बच्चा?
Yes, sir.
So protein transport into mitochondria. Now you can understand easily. So all the picture is now clear. Import of mitochondrial protein. This is the first point, post-translational. This is a post-translational import. So they are coming into the unfolded form. In which form they are coming? In the unfolded peptide chain. So precursor protein, first they are going to bind the receptor protein of TOM. Right? You can see. Right? Now you can see this. This is the complete molecular biology. This is the signal sequence. Okay. ये देखो. Marking so that you can understand. This is the signal sequence, right? Precursor protein. So precursor protein, signal sequence, and who is recognizing? Who is recognizing? Tell me. Receptor protein in TOM complex. So TOM receptor
Complex.
TOM receptor is going to recognize this signal sequence over the protein that is destined for the mitochondrial import. Okay. Now, अब ये हो गया. The recognition is done. Insertion into membrane by TOM complex, and now you can see this is the specific TOM complex. Your protein is now passing. You can see here. ये देखो, this protein, and this red one is signal sequence. This red one is signal sequence. ये red one यहाँ पे attached था, right? तो अब ये कौन सा है? TIM23. बगल में कौन सा है? TOM के TIM23. तो both has now both has attached. So TOM complex function is only to bind the signal sequence, and this protein is, rest of the protein is passed via TIM23 complex to the inner matrix. Okay, and as soon as the complete protein has been transferred, the signal sequence has been cleaved by the signal peptidase. Okay, and now there is a HSP70 protein which is going to hold it and then this is the mature mitochondrial protein. So I think this is very clear. इसमें कोई doubt ही नहीं है. जैसे कि पहले डिस्कस हुआ था, we have discussed it previously that both TOM complex and TIM23 is going to form the complex, and then protein is moving like this. ऐसे आ रहा है and then अंदर आ गया मैट्रिक्स में सीधे. Whatever signal is digested. Clear? Any doubt is there? Note कर लो, points are very important. Diagram is very important.
Sir, when will the TIM22 will come into action, sir? Because in the diagram TIM22 is not given. If TIM23 is in action, TIM22 will not be there.
And what was written? ATP, ADP and phosphate. When these precursor will be there, only that, and then that protein will be utilized. That channel protein will be utilized.
Okay, sir.
And OXA will be utilized when the protein is destined to inner mitochondrial membrane. Okay, so everyone has a different function. TOM has a receptor. They will recognize the signal sequence. As soon as they are recognizing and binding, immediately TIM-TOM complex. You cannot say the TOM complex. This is wrong, I think. You should note it down. This is a TIM-TOM complex, so that you should not forget. The TIM is also there. TIM23 is also there. So you should write it as a TIM-TOM complex. This is not alone. TIM23 and TOM complex. Both are helping in importing the complete unfolded protein inside the matrix. Getting point? So precursor protein bind to receptor, obviously, and then interact. Then TIM-TOM complex formation is there. तो पहला स्टेप क्या हुआ? स्टेप वाइज लिख लो. स्टेप 1 TIM receptor, TOM receptor, binding of protein to binding of signal, है ना? Binding of signal to TOM receptor, then TOM receptor से second step TIM-TOM complex, third क्या हुआ बेटा? TIM-TOM complex बन गया.
Stage of signal sequence.
No, all the protein imported in unfolded form. Protein imported in unfolded form. And fourth one is coming into the matrix. And after coming into the matrix, the signal is cleaved, but unfolded protein is binded by the HSP70. Right? लिख लिया सारे points? And what is the function of TIM22? ATP, ADP, phosphate. What is the function of OXA? Toward the inner
membrane proteins.
Inner membrane. Very simple. This question was asked in 2019 and 90% student marked them wrong. The problem here is that your concept should be very clear and it should be in your mind rather than in the copies. Now, import of mitochondrial proteins. Further, you can see whenever the from protein is moving from cytosol binding to the TOM22, there is a yesterday we have discussed this also, that a protein, cytosolic HSP70 is there, which is binding to the protein. And what is the function of this HSP70? Keep them into the
unfolding.
Yes, unfolded state. Okay, unfolded state. Now you can see they remains HSP70 remains outside while the protein along with the signal is moving via TIM23 complex. And in this process, ATP is utilized. One ATP is utilized. And HSP70 is not degraded, rather than they are recycled back. Okay, recycled back. So inside mitochondria matrix, what is happening? Again, there is a mitochondrial specific HSP70. So as soon as the protein is coming and signal is removed, so there is a high chances of degradation of these proteins. So immediately this mitochondrial HSP70 is going to bind here. You can see in step 3. Okay, and as soon as the complete protein is transported, all the mitochondrial HSP70 is going to bind. And here also one ATP is utilized. So they can ask you, how many ATP is utilized in the complete transport? How many ATP utilized in complete transport? No one is attending the test. Test जरूर attend किया करो बेटे. Suparna?
Yes, sir. I will attend the test after this class.
Still the date is there. Date is there. तो try किया करो, थोड़ा time दिया करो, जो भी time allotted है. Discuss किया करो question को, है ना? I am so dedicated, so you will be, if you will be half dedicated, if your HSP70 is active, then certainly you are going to qualify this CSIR. है ना? Don't be stressed. Always be stress free. Overpower everything. Dominating nature के बनो, तभी आगे लाइफ में लीड कर पाओगे. Dominating nature मतलब what you want to do, you should do. You should not, any barrier should not stop. So अभी ये clear है how many ATPs are utilized in complete transport? What is the answer? 2 ATP. ऐसे analysis करके पढ़नी है. We have to analyze the minute details which is not written anywhere, because these kind of questions requires analysis and immediately one cannot answer. So require energy in form of ATP and proton gradient also. Note down kar lo. There are two kind of energy is available. That's why only 2 ATP se kaam ho ja raha hai, because beside the 2 ATP there is a proton gradient also, है ना? In form of ATP and proton gradient and assistant of HSP70. So these 3 things are involved in the safe transport of complete protein. So पहला प्रोटीन कहाँ पे चाहिए? Release of unfolded protein, है ना? From HSP70 उस टाइम पे चाहिए. ये भी पूछ सकता है. The first ATP is required where? First ATP is required where? During the release of
from cytosol to the
no during the release, क्योंकि ये अटैच था ना cytosol.
During the release of HSP70.
हाँ, during the release the first ATP was required, and then once through TOM and bound to TIM, translocation through TIM require electrochemical gradient. This is very important, very important, very important. क्योंकि ये आपने शायद पूछा भी था किसी ने कि once they are attached to the TOM and then translocating via the TIM, there is no ATP तो है ही नहीं है, तो फिर वो कौन है एनर्जी जो कि मूवमेंट के लिए हेल्प कर रहा है? That energy is purely of electrochemical and gradient that is forcing or propelling this snake into the matrix. ओके, तो ये बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट निकल के आया कि 2 ATP तो लग रही है, बट इन बिटवीन TIM रिक्वायर इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल ग्रेडियंट्स. ठीक है बेटा, चलें आगे. अंडरस्टैंडिंग ईच एंड एवरी पॉइंट ना. There should not be any kind of, because now you are a scientist. Who is a scientist? Who analyzes the things. They are the scientists. Even if you are the great scientist and at the top position, and if you are not analyzing the things, you will not be able to translocate the complete protein from cytosol to matrix. So you can see this is the knowledge on the surface. Cytosol protein is like a knowledge on the surface, and transporting all the knowledge into the brain is like moving the knowledge from Tim-Tom complex to matrix. So once in the matrix, okay, then it will be the permanent part of this.
So why there is a different gradient there?
Electrochemical gradient is there now for proton transport chain, you know, mitochondria.
Yes, sir,
membrane
yes.
is spliced of that. So always they are, their membrane is transporting the proton for every electron.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
that's why downward is the electron and outward is the proton. So this electrochemical gradient is maintained, and this is the energy. This is the energy force that is propelling the complete protein via TIM23. अदरवाइज तो TIM23 होल हो जाएगा, होल नहीं है ना, तो गाइडिंग फोर्स है, गाइडिंग फोर्स कुछ होना चाहिए दैट इज गोइंग टू प्रोपेल. जैसे अगर नाव चल रही है पानी में तो कोई प्रोपेलर होना चाहिए, देन ओनली दे कैन मूव. If boat, you are moving the boat into the water. So some propeller force, maybe wind, maybe water is moving, flowing, or you are using some kind of energy force is required. So in the separation of this HSP 17, cytosolic HSP 70, ATP is required, then electrochemical gradient, and then so they can ask you the sequence also. First ATP, second ATP, third electrochemical gradient, or first ATP, electrochemical gradient, and then third ATP. Okay, so you should remember the sequence. Sequence कैसे लिख लो, so that you should not forget what is sequence.
ATP, cytosolic ATP.
Cytosolic ATP, and then electrochemical gradient.
Electrochemical gradient.
First ATP, then electrochemical gradient. मार्क कर लो, इसमें टीम इन्वॉल्व है. एटीपी ये इन्वॉल्व है रिलीज ऑफ HSP 70, and third ATP again, what is the function in the release of mitochondrial HSP. Mitochondrial
Mitochondrial.
Oh भगवान जी, दिस इज क्लियर. देखो टीचर को ना कितना मेहनत करना पड़ता है, लाइक इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल ग्रेडियंट. ऑलवेज एनालाइजिंग, ऑलवेज स्टडिंग, ऑलवेज बी इन टच विद द लेटेस्ट, है ना, ऑलवेज मेंटल वर्क, a lot of mental work is there. तो हम लोग बहुत हार्ड वर्क करते हैं, एंड स्टूडेंट को समझना चाहिए चीज. इफ स्टूडेंट इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग, दे विल पे फी ऑन द टाइम and they will study the things, they will attend the mock test, so many things. चलो ये करते हैं माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया वाला ना, अभी रह गया थोड़ा सा. So ये हमने डिस्कस कर लिया how the things are going on. So now what is the role of second signal? Protein transport into inner membrane space require two signals. लिख लो, they require two signals. This is important. Protein transport into IM or IM space requires two signals. How many signals? Two signals. So both signals are attached together. So there is a first signal, and after that there is a second signal called as the hydrophobic sequence. अब थोड़ा और डिटेल में जा रहे हैं, है ना, कि ऑक्सा का रह गया था कि हाउ द प्रोटीन इज ट्रांसफर्ड बाय द ऑक्सा, विच सिग्नल यूटिलाइज, क्योंकि यहाँ पे तो चलो सिग्नल के थ्रू हो गया, दे आर कमिंग इनसाइड. Now what about the OXA? Suppose the protein is present in the inside matrix, then mitochondrial protein synthesis, they are not coming from the outside. So it has been observed there is a two signal. First signal, second signal. Second signal is hydrophobic, and then cleavage of N-terminal sequence unmasked. जैसे first signal digest होगा, this is digested. Then second signal will be exposed, and as soon as the second signal is exposed, they are helping in translocation of protein from matrix to intermembrane space, okay, and using OXA. तो ऑक्सा के थ्रू प्रोटीन के लिए क्या चाहिए, ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए exposure of second signal required. So as soon as the first signal is removed, second signal is there, right? And second signal helps in translocation of protein, कौन सा protein? Matrix protein. This is a matrix protein. Now this is your second signal. First signal हम रेड से बना देते हैं. This is digested. This is digested. And your protein, so we have different color, green बना लेते हैं. So this protein is suppose attached. Now they have to move. So this is the second signal. Now they will guide you to move via OXA, and this is the which space?
Matrix. Intermembrane.
Intermembrane space. Intermembrane space. है ना? Intermembrane space. IM space. IM means intermembrane space. Now you can see this picture, and then you will be more clear about this concept. Okay. So first sequence is called as the stop transfer sequence. इसको डिलीट कर देते हैं ना. Now you can see है ना, ये देखो, the protein comes totally into the intermembrane space, and whatever the second signal was there, that was cleaved, and this remains in the matrix. ठीक है. इसमें कौन सा इन्वॉल्व था? ऑक्सा. ऑक्सा कॉम्प्लेक्स कहाँ पे है वो मैं दिखा देता हूँ आपको. Now you can see clearly this is OXA, right? Okay, this is the second signal sequence, and second signal sequence helps in entry into the OXA complex. As soon as they are attaching, and all the protein is transferred into the IM space, so these signals are detached. Now this is clear.
Yes, sir.
This is signal sequence, cleavage site, and then this is a stop. Second signal is called as the stop transfer sequence. तो यही पे कंफ्यूजन हुआ था सबको, क्योंकि दो सिग्नल है तो ये किसी ने बताया नहीं. फर्स्ट सिग्नल इज सिग्नल सीक्वेंस, सेकंड सिग्नल इज स्टॉप ट्रांसफर सीक्वेंस. सेकंड सिग्नल इज कॉल्ड एज स्टॉप
Transfer sequence.
स्टॉप ट्रांसफर सीक्वेंस. ऐसे किताब पढ़ते रह जाते तो क्लियर होता है इतना कॉन्सेप्ट. खुद ही सोचो. सेल्फ स्टडी इज वर्किंग ओनली व्हेन यू आर क्लियर अबाउट ऑल द कॉन्सेप्ट, है ना. सारा कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो तभी सेल्फ स्टडी काम आती है. जैसे जिम चले जाओ और पता ना हो, कोई गाइड ना हो, और पटांग कर लिया एक्सरसाइज, so this is very similar. CSAT preparation without any guide is very risky. कितना टाइम लगेगा, बिकॉज ये पता नहीं है. Alternative route bypass matrix, hydrophobic signal, that is the second signal, and stop transfer signal is used in the OXA. हमेशा याद रखना. पहला जो रेड सिग्नल था, that is used in the TIM-TOM कॉम्प्लेक्स के साथ ट्रांसफर इंपोर्ट करने में. बट from cytosol to matrix, always there is a second signal utilized, that is called as the stop transfer sequence. Stop transfer sequence. और वो भी तुम पूछ रही थी ना, what is the role of TIM22, है ना Rajlakshmi? You are asking me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you can see again, Tom is making channel protein along with the TIM23, and also when there is a transport of inner membrane protein, then also Tom is making complex with TIM22. You can see this picture D. Now again, this Tom is associating with TIM22, making an internal pathway for the transport of inner membrane protein. So they are not utilizing the stop transfer sequence. Getting my point? Tom and TIM22.
Yes, sir.
They are coming to the from outside to inner membrane protein. But so outside say they are coming to the चलो नोट कर लो इसका पॉइंट, otherwise you will get confused. So OXA used to transfer protein encoded into mitochondria into inner membrane, intermembrane space. Okay. Second signal is utilized, that is called as the stop transfer. And Tom and TIM22 complex utilized for the transfer of inner membrane protein. ये लिख लो, inner membrane protein. ठीक है, inner membrane protein. भाई अंदर की मेम्ब्रेन पे कौन सी प्रोटीन कैसे आएगी? तो दिस इज यूटिलाइजिंग टॉम एंड TIM22 कॉम्प्लेक्स. तीन रास्ते हैं. TIM22 is also used for ATP, ADP and phosphate. OXA used for
Inner membrane protein.
हाँ, using stop transfer sequence. हो गया, खत्म हो गया. Now let's study about the chloroplast. Chloroplast always having the same mechanism, only the different transporter name are there. Okay, so there is a pre-protein formation occurs in the chloroplast, very similar to the mitochondria, and they remain in the cytosol. Cytosol of chloroplast is called as a stroma. Stromal import sequence are stromal and thylakoid targeting sequence. Majority of pre-proteins are transported through the TOC and TIC. वहां पे क्या था? TIM-TOM था. यहाँ पे क्या है? TIC-TOM. यहाँ पे क्या है? हंस लो थोड़ा, है ना? साइंस में भी क्या चल रहा है राजलक्ष्मी? टिक-टॉक. अच्छी का साइंस में भी टिक-टॉक चल रहा है. ऐसे बोलोगे तो तुम्हें पूरी मैकेनिज्म याद हो जाएगी. यू कैन रिमेम्बर ईच एंड एवरी स्टेप that is involved in the process. कि भाई आजकल साइंस में भी टिक-टॉक चल रहा है.
In plants.
हाँ, in the plants. टिक-टॉक. So similar to Tom, this is a TOC. Similar to Tim, this is a TIC. C for chloroplast. वहाँ M for mitochondria. So that was Tim because mitochondria was there. And here chloroplast is there. That's why TIC-TOC. C मतलब chloroplast. Okay. And here cytosol is called as a stroma. Cytosol is called as a
Stroma.
Stroma. In the stromal import sequence is cleaved off and folding as well as intracloral sorting to thylakoid. अब यहाँ पे क्या है? See the structure. Knowing the structure is very important. These are the thylakoids. This is the stroma. Identify because पहले हमने माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया का पहचान लिया था कि what is the basic structure, so it was easy. This is the outer membrane. and this inner portion is inner membrane, okay, and this cytoplasmic portion is called as the stroma, and this coin-like structure is called as a thylakoids. They are piled up over the each other and connected to the other thylakoid, and together they are called as, no idea. Now you can see
Grana, sir.
grana, right? This is called the grana. So inside the thylakoid membrane also you can see there is a lumen called as the thylakoid lumen, and there is a thylakoid membrane, right? So there are two portions: stroma exposed thylakoid and grana thylakoids. Okay, now clear, structure is clear. Now you can understand the targeting via TikTok. So one more important things you can note it down. Beside there's a translocated protein is TikTok. In the stroma, very similar to the mitochondria, the stromal import sequence is cleaved off. Okay, stromal, क्या नाम दिया? That was a signal sequence, and here is called as a stromal import sequence. Stromal import sequence is cleaved off and folding as well as intrachloroplast sorting to thylakoids continue. Protein targeted to envelope of chloroplast. What is the envelope of chloroplast? Usually lack cleavable sorting sequence. This is the chloroplast, and outer membrane, inner membrane, and then stroma, thylakoids, grana, right? Let us see the exact translocation. So note down the important points. First point is, this is the pre-protein that is already synthesized in the cytosol. यहाँ already synthesized protein है that is present in the cytosol. कहाँ present है? Cytosol. What is the name? Pre-protein. Pre-protein present in cytosol. And now, similar to mitochondria, this is also a post-translationally import. Post-translation import means after the complete translation. Okay. So second point, most proteins that are destined for thylakoid membrane. Maximum protein कहाँ जाएंगे? In the thylakoid membrane. Okay. And the pre-protein that contain a cleavable transit peptide are recognized by a specific complex called as the TOC complex, TOC complex. TOC means translocon of chloroplast. What is the full form of TOC? Translocon of chloroplast. And वहाँ पे ATP require होता था, यहाँ पे GTP is required. Okay, so वहाँ पे कोई एनर्जी नहीं रिक्वायर्ड होती थी फॉर द आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ दिस सिग्नल, बट यहाँ पे फॉर द आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ सिग्नल GTP is required. Okay, GTP regulated receptor is there. GTP regulated receptor is there. Okay, getting my point? नोट कर रहे हो ना? So pre-protein.
Yes, sir.
That was present in the cytosol. अब क्या होगा? ये मैक्सिमम कहाँ जाने हैं? थायलाकोइड मेम्ब्रेन में वाया TOC. क्लियर? अब सवाल ये उठता है कि what is the another complex that is helping? क्योंकि TOC तो बाहर हो गया. Now the inside story is tick. ये देखो दिख रहा है? TOC दिख रहा है? कहाँ पे है? बाहर. And then TOC inside. And you can see the role of GTP. GTP operated identification of signal. GTP operated signal. This is the ribosome, this is the pre-protein, pre-sequence is there, okay, and they are recognized here by the TOC receptors. TOC receptor binding these pre-sequences, and then with the help of GTP they are binding to this translocon called the TOC, and then TIC is also aligning. So TIC जो है, they are utilizing the ATP, but TOC utilizing the GTP. So pre-protein cross the outer envelope through an aqueous pore and are then transferred to the translocon in the inner envelope, that is called the TIC complex. Clear? So TIC and TOC translocon function together. Right? If you are damaging anyone, either TIC or TOC, no movement of cytosolic protein will occur towards the thylakoid membrane. Clear? TIC and TOC functioning together during the translocation process, and completion of import require energy. Right? So ATP dependent functioning of molecular chaperone. So chaperone is utilizing ATP while this TOC is utilizing the GTP. Different kind of energy source are there. So another peptidase is there in the stroma, that is called the stromal processing peptidase, which is going to cleave. नाम देख लेना peptidase का, वहाँ पे क्या था, signal peptidase, and the chloroplast, the name is stromal processing peptidase. Stromal processing peptidase. Stromal processing peptidase. This is going to cleave the sequence, that is called the transit sequence, to produce the mature form of protein which can fold into its native form. What you can say? Pre-sequence, receptor, TOC receptor, and also you can see there is attachment of HSP70, cytosolic HSP70, which are binding. तो उसको अलग होने के लिए पहले भी दिखाया था कि ATP की जरूरत है, and but here GTP is required by the TOC to bind the signal sequence. Okay, so her name is different, and this signal sequence is cleaved by the stromal processing peptidase, and both TOC and TIC complex is required for the complete translocation of pre-protein. The pre-protein मतलब immature protein, and when their translation is completely they are transferred via TIC-TOC, then they will be called as the mature protein. तो आई थिंक क्लियर हो गया बेटा, एक स्लाइड में पूरा क्लियर हो गया कॉन्सेप्ट. ठीक है.
Sir, what does OE refers?
हाँ बेटा, कहाँ कहाँ लिखा है?
Does OE?
अच्छा ये वाला आउटर एनवलप, इनर एनवलप स्ट्रोम, आउटर एनवलप. क्लोरोप्लास्ट का एनवलप होता है ना, आउटर एनवलप, इनर एनवलप, फिर मैट्रिक्स, स्ट्रोमा है ना. ये देखो HSP70 है, दिस इज फंक्शनिंग विद द हेल्प ऑफ ATP, है ना. ठीक है बच्चा. Now about the endoplasmic reticulum. All eukaryotic cells have an endoplasmic reticulum, तो इसका मैंने बता ही दिया था. एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम के बारे में जो पूछा गया था कि व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल लोकेशन ऑफ ऑर्गेनेल व्हिच आर सिंथेसाइज्ड इन्वॉल्व इन सिंथेसिस ऑफ लिपिड एंड प्रोटीन बायोसिंथेसिस. तो कार्बोहाइड्रेट सिंथेसिस में गोल्गी था, राइट. इन द कार्बोहाइड्रेट सिंथेसिस दैट वाज ए Golgi, but in lipid and protein biosynthesis this was endoplasmic reticulum. नोट कर लो, लिपिड सिंथेसिस में पूछेगा तो चकरा जाएगा दिमाग, तो नहीं बता पाओगे. प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस का तो पता है बिकॉज राइबोसोम इज देयर, राइट. And here is also involved in the synthesis of all kind of transmembrane protein, all kind of lipid. most of the lipids you can say are required for ER itself, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, endosome, secretory vesicle, plasma membrane. So ER membrane makes a major contribution to mitochondrial and peroxisomal membrane. ER membrane makes a major contribution to mitochondrial and peroxisomal membrane. ठीक है. जैसे कोरोना ने सबको डॉक्टर बना दिया तो अभी लाइफ साइंसेज स्टूडेंट्स शुड बी वेरी केयरफुल बिकॉज नॉन लाइफ साइंसेज पीपल्स आर नोइंग मोर देन यू. डू यू एग्री राजलक्ष्मी, अर्चिका? जो नॉन लाइफ साइंसेज है वो ज्यादा आपसे बातें करते हैं, इम्यूनिटी बूस्टर की वो ज्यादा बातें करते हैं. So you should have more knowledge.
सुनने की और डिस्कशन की कोशिश करते हैं.
हाँ, वो ना ज्यादा से ज्यादा बोलते हैं, उस टर्म को यूज करते हैं. While we are the student of life sciences, we are using less frequently those. तो हमें अपनी हैबिट चेंज करनी चाहिए. What I feel, always you should talk to immunity booster, technical term of the science. है ना? We are not using, we are mostly using the common language. That's why we are facing the problem in life. Most of the life sciences students are using their practice. So even I was using, so मैंने अभी feel किया कि whenever you are talking, always use the technical term of sciences. Biology, at least you are aware, you are writing, you are giving the competition, you are doing so many things, right? And you are not using the technical term while you are talking. जैसे अभी मैंने कल ही पढ़ा है कि whenever you are taking the vaccine, there is a cytokine waves, है ना? Then I was surprised. Oh, cytokine waves. Janice Kube में once I read that कि there is a cytokine waves whenever there is a RNA or DNA molecule is used as a vaccine. मैंने देखा Times of India में that term was used. Cytokine waves. Oh my God. So try to pick up the technical term. We are picking all the concept except technical term. That is our lacuna. So we will succeed immediately as soon as we start picking the technical term. कौन गया? Who left? Oh, Raj Lakshmi left. So transportation of protein in ER. So it's I think clear how SRP based movement yesterday we have discussed, and now tomorrow we will discuss about the vesicular transport, retrograde, COP1, COP2, ADR sequences, light. Okay, and then glycation. Glycation was asked this time. What is the glycation? So thank you so much. कल स्टार्ट करेंगे, है ना? चलो बाय.
Thank you, sir.